What an absolutely breathtaking place.
This is the road to Glen Etive. 12 miles in and 12 miles out of just magnificent scenery. In the last video, I took you on the journey down to Glen Etive, and I was really happy with the images I captured. But the best images from the day were taken on the way back out. Well, it's March in Scotland, and it's about 18 degrees according to the car, which is exceeding expectations. Oh, there's frogs everywhere. So I'm heading down towards this lake and I'm going to get close. No fishing, that's okay, I'm not intending to fish. Now this is an interesting shot. There's some nice reflections, but the foreground interest is fairly minimal. We've just got some reeds here which will help to break up the expanse of water. So the challenge is, from this low elevation, whilst it's positive that it's foreshortening the expanse of water, the challenge is it means that the reeds are intersecting with the reflection, which is not what I want. So I'm going to have to come up a little bit higher. I've got some really nice interest in the water, to be fair, with those reflections, so it's not a major problem. I also need to be really careful with the shutter speed. The temptation is just to smooth the water out completely, but I think that sometimes looks a little bit, dare I say it, a little bit AI. And whilst I don't want to be adjusting my own photography just so that people don't think it's AI, you've also got to be aware of the reality, right? So anyway, I'm going to come up a little bit higher, just to stop the reeds breaking the mountain reflections, and then we'll experiment with the shutter speed a bit, and we'll go from there. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that shot. I'll put it up on the screen. Let me know what you think. Absolutely beautiful. I've taken that shot in a number of different ways, slightly changed the composition. I've gone with and without a polarizer, with and without an ND filter, so I've really mixed up the shutter speeds as well. I've also taken a few shots as single shots, and I've also done some focus stacking. It's one of those situations where I'm not going to be back here for a long time, so I don't want to be in front of the PC and find that I haven't got the shot that I wanted. So I've taken lots of options. I've kind of got an admiration for those guys that go out in the field, take one shot or two shots and then go home. But it's really not my style at all. I'd rather have 10 that I discard and have one that I keep than just take one or two that aren't quite what I'm looking for. So maybe as I get more proficient, that'll change. I think I'm going to try and head around the lake or the loch or the glen, whatever it happens to be, move around a little bit if I can. I'm not certain how far I'll be able to get, but see if there's a composition that allows me to capture this mountain over on the left hand side. Let me move this around and see if I can zoom in a little for you. So you can see there's still some snow holding on to the top of that mountain. That snow seems to be dissipating as I watch, and you can see the rivulets of water running down the side of the mountain as that snow melts. Right, let's move on, see if we can find another shot. I reminded myself to slow down and take my time in finding the right composition. Did my usual, looking at different angles, different heights. Eventually, I thought I'd got what I wanted. So I set up the tripod and mounted the camera, and then fine-tuned the composition. And then...
Wrong lens.
Eventually, and I mean eventually, I was ready.
The sun is starting to get a little lower. I wouldn't say golden light yet. Alas, I've lost yet another pair of glasses. So I'm going to head back to the car and get a spare pair, drop the big bag off, and then I'm just going to take my camera and tripod.
As I wandered along the edge of the River Etive, I noticed some canoeists unloading kit. They weren't going down this particular rapid, but they were going down this one. I took a few shots of the first three, and then I tried something a little bit different. I've never done ICM photography before, but let me know what you think of this shot. Drop me a note in the comments below. This is where the road to Glen Etive meets the A82. The main thoroughfare into Glencoe. It's one of the most photographed locations in Scotland, and with a parking spot just behind me, it's easy to see why. You'll find thousands of images of this mountain, the Buachaille, most of them taken from almost exactly the same place. So, trying to come away with something unique is probably unrealistic, but that doesn't mean there isn't something here. For me, it wasn't about finding a brand new composition, it was more about simplifying what was in front of me. The light wasn't dramatic, but there was just enough texture. I moved away from the obvious foreground and instead let the mountain sit slightly off centre with more space around it than you would normally expect, especially off to the right and up into the sky where the frame almost feels a bit unbalanced. But for me, that space is what lets the scene breathe and stops it feeling like the version that everybody takes. Taking it into black and white, of course, just strips it back to the shapes, the contrast, and, for me, the feel of the place. I thought I was done for the day, but on the way back to Glencoe, there's this. One of the most photographed cottages in all of Scotland.
So, just to prove that I've got no problem with taking the iconic shot, the shot that thousands have taken before us, Here we are. How many times have you seen that little white cottage? Yeah. Well, I can't guarantee I'm going to get a unique composition, but I don't mind. I'm here to take the shot, so I'm going to take the shot.
I'm trying to keep this shot simple. The river gives me a foreground, but I don't want it to be something that overly dominates. I really don't want a very long exposure, that milky look in the water, just enough to soften it and keep some texture in that river. The light's already starting to go, so it's more about balance now than waiting for anything dramatic. There are a few things in the frame that I would normally question, like the fencing off to the right-hand side there, but I'm not trying to force this to be something that it isn't. Anyway, before I show you the final image from today, in my last video I showed you the road into Glen Etive, 12 miles of constantly changing light, and then today that same road but slower on the way out, with a bit more time to stop and look. It's funny how different it feels when you're not trying to get anywhere, and this just feels like a good place to end it. Here's the final image from today. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I read every single one of them, and I'll respond to as many as I possibly can. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, please, take care. Bye-bye.